Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today I wanted to talk about what we know about the new customization system that's coming for ships and vehicles, as well as some expectations for it. Also, I wanted to have a look at some plant life teasers from New Babbage, Microtech, the new planet that we're going to get later this year, and a brief look at subcomponents updates as well, which are sort of related to customization. This is a summary of Inside Star Citizen and Origin Story with a little bit more elaborated on. There is going to be an Origin celebration event just round the corner, apparently. Expect ship sales and that sort of thing. The Origin 300i is the test bed for the new customization system, and Inside Star Citizen showed off some more of this to quite a good degree. The style guide of the Origin ships has evolved, the ships are sleeker, the interior has improved a lot, with much more space being sort of like internally there. And this is a very good thing because there appears to be a good amount of interior customization options that they showed off here. You can change steering wheels on your cockpit along with different chairs with all different materials and colours, from aluminium to carbon fibre to leather, lots and lots of different colours and types for both the steering wheel and chairs. In fact, it appears the internals can have various different paint jobs as well. These can all be mixed together to give a lot of different options to the player. Looking at the system, I would expect to be able to change paint jobs on the hull, interior, switch out components like chairs, steering wheels, and maybe flare and some other items. It's going to be dependent on ship. Obviously, this is for the 300 series to start with, but probably be able to swap out ship systems and weapons so that they are the defaults for that ship when you sort of like reclaim it on insurance. And I think that's one of the expectations there, is that when you reclaim the ship on insurance, these changes will persist on the reclaimed model. Looking at how the system was presented to us as well, I would expect there would be some functionality for this new customization system to have it available in-game and not just on the website or anything. It looks like it's providing additional items and paint for customization, adding it to the customization that they already have, rather than a whole new system, though I might be wrong. It might just be an evolution of that. I do suspect there will be ways of purchasing ships from the website, fully customized already through your choices, as was sort of like originally mentioned the website side of things a while ago. They didn't exactly say what we'd be able to do there, but we know that there's going to be some customization element on the website. There are various components that we sort of have missing in the system at the moment that we should have at some point added to the pool so we can customize them. Things like thrusters and engines, we know we're going to be able to change those out. Things like subcomponents as well, and we know they've been doing a lot of work on those lately. One of the other things that I think it's worth talking about at the moment with the new 300 series is it keeps getting referred to the 300i by devs, and when they refer to the whole series, I thought this might be a mistake at first, but it's also possible that the series is more modular and the choice of customization sort of makes it more towards the 315p, 325a, 350R kind of thing, or at least maybe the transition between those variants is more fluid. That was just a random thought more than anything else at the moment. We don't yet know what sort of customization people that already own those ships will get. I suspect that you'll just be able to customize them through your hangars to a certain degree. Maybe you'll get bonuses for having them before they went back on sale or whatever. We'll find out a bit later. At worst, you could melt your ship and rebuy it, I suppose. Timeline-wise, we're not entirely sure. In the Inside Star Citizen episode, it sort of like implied it could be a couple of weeks. So my guess, though, is 30th of May. That would be next Thursday, potentially a few more weeks if systems aren't ready, basically. I suspect they will have an Inside Star Citizen going over it a bit more detail each week as well. The 3.5.1 patch, I would expect to go live at the same time as like the Origin event, the new customization system, and the rest of the 300 variants being available. I would expect to see any customization they put in place for the 300 series to be then available to other ships in the future where appropriate. This won't just be exclusive to the 300 series. That would be madness. I'm interested to know if we can change internal material types as well, to wood, to stone, that sort of thing, as well as what customization of paint and how deep does the customization go. Will we be able to change out different types of toilet and shower and things like that? Will it be really, really micromanagey with interior choices, which don't really mean anything, but are reasonably cool and expressive? With that in mind, there is an Origin 300 series customization Q&A thread on Spectrum. Did you watch this week's all-new episode of Inside Star Citizen? If so, you probably noticed that the episode was chock full of Origin Jumpworks goodness, with a focus on the newly revamped 300 series, and the fact that you would soon be able to customize your own. We're sure you have a bunch of questions on how all the customization works, and that's where this post comes in. Post your questions in this thread and upvote the ones that you want to see answered the most. We'll collect the top questions, present them to developers, and post the answers in a Q&A com link soon. I will put that link in the comments below so that you can get involved with that, but it's good that we had a bit of discussion there. Or please tell me your thoughts in the comments below on the customization system. Do you think I'm right with some of my expectations? What would you expect? What would you like? And then get involved with that 300 series customization thread as well on Spectrum. Ship components, subtypes. So they showed off the interiors of some power plants and how the subcomponents sort of like are part of that. You can look at the internals of some of these items, and then you can see like 2 or 3 sub-components that you can swap out, and they can all be different types in the future. These slots will allow for both replacement and removal of multiple sub-items, and it's interesting because it's going to be part of the repair system, and it will further sort of like allow customization of your components for a very specific task, or just because you're running things as cheaply as possible, things like that. The components and their interiors are styled by manufacturer. Components and subcomponents will degrade and can be destroyed, and they will have different damage states, the way they look. Something I did want to mention again is that the customization and subcomponent work comes at the same time that we know they're working on fully physicalized components. This is core to Star Citizen for ship functionality, combat utility, customization, and what the Item System 2.0 and all the conversion of ship components over the last few years to these new methods has all been working towards. It's all steps towards that. And once that's there, once the components are all literally physicalized within our ships and functional, ships won't have a health pool anymore. Loadout choices will be incredibly important, and fitting ships for purpose and then changing them based on your mission type and things like that will be more common. It's something I'm very excited about because from EVE Online, I loved outfitting my ship and would really spend hours looking at different loadouts and fittings, and it was a very fun thing to do. New Babbage plant life. They are working on plant life for Microtech and New Babbage. Some of these plants will only be seen at New Babbage as well. So there are massive trees and oversized genetically modified plants. They've been experimenting there with them in lore with different patterns of leaves. So you have like fractal patterns, carbon fiber patterns. They've been splicing vandal plants with human ones, so you've got some interesting ones like that. There's a cool mixture of some more mutant designs with some like more GM type things. So some of these plants have like hugely oversized leaves and overgrown roots. There is some cool gardening going on as well. They sort of like have laser cut leaves. Shadows for all these plants were pretty awesome as well, very highly detailed. And all of these plants have in-game lore about them. We will see that once they release New Babbage and Microtech. We know that CIG are currently working on V4 of their planetary tech and effects, and that should really help bring biomes and cities to life, along with the work that's going into the Microtech asset sets to flash out New Babbage. I'm very much looking forward to that landing zone. Microtech and the version 1 of the New Babbage landing zone are pegged for 3.8, which would be the end or towards the end of December 2019. And some more updates to New Babbage are expected in 3.9, the first quarter of 2020. But as I said earlier, please tell me what you think about the customization system and my expectations for it. Are you excited about new planets like Microtech and New Babbage? Do you think that we will have server-side object container streaming and enough server optimizations there for 3.8 to make them be able to put Microtech in and New Babbage in without major server problems? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Every month we have a ship giveaway on the channel for May 2019. It's for another Drake Corsair exploration ship, donated in the name of the People's Radio. They are a 24/7 radio station providing music in the Verse News and in lore commercials, and are operated by the People's Alliance of Levski. To be in for a chance of winning that ship, be subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment on any of my videos made during the month. Links to the People's Radio and more information on the giveaway in the description below. If you are looking for a gaming PC or to upgrade, then instead consider Shadow Cloud gaming PCs, which leverage your internet connection and a data center to turn any device, your old PC, a phone, a tablet, a laptop, whatever, into a powerful Windows 10 gaming environment. It's subscription-based, so won't break the bank, and is a fantastic alternative to buying your own PC. If you are looking for a VPN, then I use NordVPN as well. It's mega cheap, allows me to upload, play games, browse with more security and privacy than I would otherwise have. For both of those, links are below, and use the code BoredGamer to receive a discount on either. BoredGamer is supported by its community via Patreon, the YouTube join button, Subscribestar, Twitch, direct donations, people throwing ships at me. A massive thank you to everyone that goes that extra mile to support me. It genuinely does help. Just like everything else, links are below for people that would like to get involved with that as well. But if you want to give feedback, there are details there that you can get onto my Discord, discord.gg/BoredGamer, or contact@boredgamer.co.uk if you want to send me an email. Just get in contact, give me feedback. Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you.